Hi there, it's great to have you here. So I wanted to show you something that when it comes to like small projects, I don't like using any kind of build packs such as scope or parcel. A lot of people prefers, even I prefer it if it's a big project. But let's just say it's a very small job, and I personally use Tailwind in almost all of my projects, even smallest one. So I want to use Tailwind and use the other features such as JIT and using like Tailwind configuration files. So in this case, what I want very easy way to set up Tailwind. So here comes the Tailwind CLI. Okay, so let's go. And this is the directory that I'm going to work on, and you can see I have the terminal on. Okay, so I'm going to initialize package.json file. If you do not understand this, then you need npm, which is the package manager, and Node.js installed on your system. Okay, so I've just initialized and I want to install Tailwind as a diff dependency. That's why the -d flag is for. Okay, so let's see what they are doing. So what I want is I want to take in one input, which is this one. This is the input, and this is the output file. Okay, it depends on how you structure your folder, but I'll keep it really simple because, like I said, I want this to be a very simple conversion job, and I want it to be as simple as possible. Okay, so we have an index.html, and I want something called which is what I call is source.css. This is where all my Tailwind directives are gonna go. Alright, so I don't have to create the style.css, it's going to be automatically generated. Now let's go here. Let's first do one thing. Let's just include the directories. Tailwind. Okay, we're gonna include the base. Gonna include where it's not giving me any kind of suggestion today. Okay, anyway, Tailwind. Okay, Tailwind utilities. Yeah. Okay, it's not giving me suggestion for a reason. It's because I haven't initialized the configuration file. That's a little bit something that I have to do. Okay, so in the documentation, you'll see something like this -p. This -p is going to give us the post CSS configuration file, but currently I'm not interested in that. So we can take a look at it now. Yeah, no, this one. We have the configuration file. I'm not going to do anything here right now. So for the time being, I'm going to go to index.html and I'm going to take a look at this file. And yeah, so I want something like hello world. Okay, I want something called hello world, and I want something like text 2xo arm. Oh, my bad. Text 4xo. Yeah, something I would prefer. Font bold. Okay, so we have to set it up. Now we have to work on something called this one, scripts in package.json. Alright, so a lot of people prefers using this terminology, dev, and even you can use it. Or if you prefer to use something else like your name, you can use it too. It's completely fine. Tailwind CSS, I believe it's the command that we have to use. Yeah, it's the command. Okay, so Tailwind CSS -i, which is the input flag, and we're gonna take in. So you can do it like this, or we can do it like this. This one is actually better. I prefer this one, this version. Okay, so the output will be, it's not yet available, but it's gonna be available. Okay, and I want to watch it. Okay, there's also one other thing that I want here, which is the production version, which is, this will basically minify. Okay, and I want this guy here to be copied, and this one here, except watch, I want it to minify, and here I want it to be node underscore env is equal to protoctin. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, that's it. We have our setup. Okay, let's go and see how everything went. Now I want to do something like what npm run dev. That's what I want. Okay, it's telling me it's watching. It's running this command, which is we're using in line 7. If you take a look. Okay, so I want a live server that could help us to look into what we're working on. Okay, so this is giving me everything. So I have other tabs on there. I'll prefer to use this one. I don't know which. Okay, seems like my 3000 port is now active. Can't use it. Okay, so let's see why Tailwind is not getting Tailwind. I think style has been created. Style is here. Okay, I think it actually it's working, but I think I can understand it better if I use padding of 36 pixel. Weird. Padding of 36 pixel. Yeah. Yep, it's working. It's working pretty fine. Let's see. Text gray. Let's say we have a text gray of 200 and background of background gray of 200. Okay, now I want it to be 200 and I want the text to be a little bit dark. Okay. Let's just have 800. 800 is, I guess it's a good number. Yeah, it's really good. It's working. Okay, so that's it. If you're someone who's looking to set up Tailwind in a really simple way without getting into hassle, at least I had a phobia for this, but I eventually figured it out. Now, almost all of our if you're someone who's experienced in Tailwind, you will always prefer to use something called the cheat mode, and that is where let's go there. Okay, so the cheat mode is basically going to help us to minify the file, and only will use the classes that we're going to use. Okay, if we want to use cheat, we have to do something called we gotta purge, and it's in the documentation. So what this two asterisk is doing is it's doing by far what I know is it's recursively checking if there's any folder or subfolder or even any nested folders out there, and it has to be extension of HTML. So we're gonna purge. The purging process is gonna work on all the HTML files. So I think we have to restart. No, it has already noticed that we are using cheat. Okay, so let's see what I want. But usually what happens is cheat has some issues, and that is why I personally prefer to use cheat by the time I'm done with my project. Okay, so cheat has nothing. I would say it wouldn't actually hamper your project. It's you can use it, you can't use it. It's completely up to you. Okay, I want to show something else, which is this Tailwind, which is the style.css. It's currently a little bit big, which is 619 lines. I wanted to minify it because when I want to ship it to the production server, I don't want it to be I wanted to minify it. Okay, so we wrote a script command for that. Now I'm going to use it. Npm run prod, if you remember. Okay, let's go. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's minified. So it's that easy, and that's why I prefer to use just very basic Tailwind. I don't want to use any kind of build packs like Gulp or Persil on very small projects or medium projects. So that's it. I hope you liked it, and let me know if you have any suggestions. Till then, have a great time.